Hi everyone, my name is Skylar, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create an amazing streaming service using just Claude, Stripe, and a WordPress hosted website. Let's get started. As I share my screen, this is Claude Pro. This is Opus 4.6 on Claude, which means that it thinks really fast. And note that when you're using Claude, which is an AI created by Anthropic, it's very advanced. It's not like ChatGPT. You can ask it to do anything, even API keys, which API stands for Application Program Interface. And you can even ask it questions about creating plugins in WordPress. And this is crucial because, as you can see, I just created this website on stream.essentialdaily.org, and I named it Essential Daily Videos. And I want to create a streaming service that charges users $5 a month, but that lets me upload the videos that will be available for the users to stream. So to do this, you have to be very specific when you ask Claude. So I'm going to say, "Hi Claude, I am trying to transform my entire WordPress website," and you can even give it the URL, "into a streaming service. I want you to completely transform it by giving me simply a plugin that I can upload that will entirely transform the site." And you can use verbiage over and over, a little redundant, so that Claude gets it for sure. You can say, "I have my own Stripe API key." And when you create the Stripe API key, just note you want to create an application key. Don't create an API key because you will be in charge of this application. You won't give Claude your API key, but Claude will show you where to upload the API key. So tell me where to upload the secret and the publishable keys. And lastly, I want users to be charged $5 on a recurring monthly basis when they sign up. But then when they finally create their account and log in, I want them to access my streaming videos. I, as the admin user, and you can log into your WordPress to see what your username is, Essential Daily. Want to be able to upload the videos that the users will be able to see. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I can say there's nothing on the website, no WooCommerce, no anything. It's currently just a blank WordPress website. I'm sure you can do this all through just one plugin. Just let me know how to put the Stripe API key in wp-config. And so by giving it instructions like this, it should be very simple to upload the video on the admin side, and then the users will be able to pay the monthly subscription, and everything should work just fine. For the sake of this video, I'll say lastly, allow users to skip payment for now, but also allow payment if they want. And for now, let me see what else is needed. Well, not for now, but overall, the users should not be able to easily download the videos. So that way we maintain proprietary streaming service standards. So now I will send this over. Let's see what it does. And you'll notice that Claude is very efficient in viewing information and coming up with a solution. It says this is a big one. It surely is. But we know that Claude can handle it. And also, we're doing our part too. We got the Stripe API key and the WordPress website all set up. So just so that you know, you can set up a WordPress website pretty cheap on Hostinger if you wanted a domain for, like, let's say 2 years. And also if you wanted the hosting, let's say for 1 month, just to get started, then that would be a $23 cost up front. If you wanted hosting for 1 year and domain for 2 years, it'd be $52 US. If you wanted to start on Ionos and have a free domain and 1 year of business hosting, you'd only have to pay $12 for that first year, more like $79 for the years after that. But it knows how to create Stripe integration natively. So this is where you don't have to set up like you would with WooCommerce or let's say with Shopify. You can set up simply through Claude. I've just turned my camera off as Claude works better when it can use your computer's resources. All right, and also you can be notified when Claude responds through Chrome notifications. Also, Claude has an app on the App Store, so you can view it on your phone and see its progress. On the phone, it uses mainly cloud computing, but on the computer, you have a lot more power that your graphic card can churn up. And while Claude is working, you can even click to see what specifically it is doing. So right now it's creating the navigation pages. And we can see that it's already created the Stripe integration and the video management, so we are well on our way. All right, and this is a very easy way to create passive income. You can think about many different things you might want to do. For example, you might want to create an e-card service. E-card service is great for passive income because just like a streaming service where everything's automatic, except for you uploading the videos as the admin, in the same way, the whole idea behind an e-card service is all automatic for the user as well. Again, the only thing that you have to do as the admin is to upload the e-cards and keep things fresh on the site. And Claude knows how to create an interface for you as the admin so that you never have to worry about coding from then on. You can simply upload the videos as you want or upload the e-card content, for example, as you want. If you're a restaurant, you can keep updating the products and make sure everything is up to date, including pricing. And those interfaces are created for you by Claude, so you don't even have to worry about coding them when those situations arise. Right? So now we're at the video management, and this is the admin dashboard. This is the part where the admin uploads the videos, and we'll even upload a demo video to our streaming service so that when people start subscribing for $5 a month, that there's actually something there. Now, I like Stripe because of its integration with Apple Pay and Google Pay and Link as well. These are all very fast ways for the user to purchase the streaming service. But if you wanted to use crypto, you can ask Claude to create a blockchain API connection and use Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever you wanted to charge for your service. You can also use another processor like Square, and Square is very simple. set up as well. Might even be cheaper. But for this case, we'll use Stripe because Stripe is pretty cheap and simple, especially on the API side, very simple to set up. It's making a Netflix style experience, nice. And remember, this is all through one WordPress plugin, so it's going to package everything very nicely. Again, this is very helpful, especially if you have an event, and let's say you wanted to create a registration portal. You could use Claude to create a registration portal just hours before the event and have everything set up perfectly with payment processing and account management. Now I'll just note that some hosting providers don't allow access to email sending immediately, and that's especially common of shared hosting. You can use an email app such as Brevo, and I'll just press continue so they can keep going. All right, and it's going to keep trying. So, as I was saying, you can create an email connection through Brevo or through MailChimp or Mailgun. There are a number of options, even Zapier, to make sure that your emails are sending if that's something your hosting provider doesn't provide. You can also use WP Mail to make sure that mail gets sent if you have specific server settings for your email. Front-end CSS part 1. Yes, so that's the part that it was stuck at. Don't worry, it's not going all the way back to the beginning. It's just finishing from where it left off on front-end CSS, Netflix streaming style. Which the more at once, the better. I mean, we want this to be a final product, and like I said, we want our essential daily videos streaming service to be up and running. So even though this seems to take some time now, it really is nothing compared to the amount of time you'd have to go through to set up your own streaming service, or the amount of money up front for a premium service to set this up, when Claude could do it in an instant. And speaking about prices, I shared with you the pricing of hosting. The price of Claude is only $20 a month for the Pro model, and the price for Stripe is 2.9% of every payment. So for example, the $5 payment for the month plus 30 cents on credit card, and Apple Pay and Google Pay and Link. Every now and then you want to make sure that Claude is still working on it. Make sure it didn't get stuck. And you can always check your usage by going to Settings in a new tab. You can see our usage is just fine. Now sometimes when you do drag things, you want to make sure that you can still access the window. And that's easily fixed by just dragging something from your desktop and not actually dragging it all the way. That's because I was dragging a link to the tab bar, that's all. Okay, so now it's creating the WordPress dashboard styling, which If you're an admin, you might not need all the styles in the world, but it's nice to have, especially if your streaming service gets big and you have several employees that want to work with you on the streaming service, and it just gives the employees a nice design. Just like if you were to sign into your workplace SSO, you'd have a nice design based on the branding of the workplace. All right, validating payment. I see pop-ups, many good things here. And this would be work that traditionally you'd hire a web designer to do, and also a full stack developer. Great. So now I'm going to download the plugin, and I'm going to upload it. But before I do that, I want to make sure the wp config file is updated. So to do that, I'm actually going to get a plugin called File Manager. All right, I'm going to install that and activate it. Okay. And I'm not going to verify anything. I'm simply going to go to wp config and edit that. Okay. And as Claude asked us to do, we need to add our Stripe keys to wp config. All right, and we'll create that webhook as well. But I am going to add these above the "that's all, stop editing" line. Okay. And I'm going to put the secret key in. And the publishable key for Stripe. I'm going to save and close, but before I do that, I'm just going to make sure I copy that webhook. Going to go to dashboard.stripe.com/webhooks. And we're going to create that webhook as Claude asked us to. So let's type in webhooks because that URL didn't work. Okay, so it did say create a webhook. Let's do that instead. All right. And let me see, what's the event for the webhook? Let me just ask Claude for when creating the webhook. Let's see if Claude has an answer. Okay. Checkout.session.completed. Checkout.session.completed. Customer.subscription.updated. All right, customer.subscription.deleted. And invoice.payment failed. Okay. And now I'll continue. And I'll set the webhook endpoint. And I'll call it Essential Daily Webhook. Create destination. Very good. So now, lastly, we can simply, we added the Stripe keys. We can go to the plugins and install. So plugins. Oh, let's reload. I must have done something wrong. Let me see if I can go into this website. I definitely did something wrong with the WP config. But no worries. Claude can help us fix it. Let's go into the web space. Click in Builds, Essential Daily Videos. Now let's see what we did wrong for WP config. You can change the Stripe keys. I'll just say ignore Stripe keys. Was there something I did wrong to make this break? It might have an error saying you shouldn't have shared your Stripe keys, but let's see. Okay. All right, let me ask it if it can fix this, all this, and leave the keys parts blank. And let's see if it can fix it, because it can fix code. And it should do that just fine. All right, so this should fix the fatal error. And we could actually copy all this, in fact, and paste it. And then just make sure that the Stripe keys are correct. The secret that we just pasted, and the publishable, and save. And now it's unbroken. Thank you, Claude. And we can go to plugins and now add the plugin and upload plugin. So the issue was the plain text pasting, which is now fixed. Let's upload our streaming plugin that Claude created and activate. All right, now let's see what the site looks like. No videos yet. Content is being prepared. Check back soon. So let's see what this looks like if we're logged out. Okay. Create free account. So if you press sign up and subscribe, $5 a month, let's say, so if you press sign up and subscribe, $5 a month, and you make your username video subscriber at gmail.com. Sign up and subscribe, $5 a month. And now Stripe is working perfectly. But for the sake of this video, And by the way, Apple Pay and Google Pay will be options on compatible platforms. But I'll just create the account. Oops, let me make it video subscriber 2. Maybe I have to start over here by refreshing. Oh, because I'm logged in as video subscriber. Now no videos yet. Content is being prepared. Check back soon. Okay, so when I log out, when I go to here, I can click create free account. I'm going to do video subscriber 3. And now create free account. Yes, and it goes straight to here, which is excellent. So I'm going to now, and I see that the logo is a little bit hidden by the WordPress bar. So I'm going to ask Claude, any easy plugin or way to hide the WordPress bar for those logged in besides the admin? Maybe you can make the plugin for that if that plugin doesn't exist. Let's see what it says. All right, it created a plugin called Hide Admin Bar. Now let's install that plugin. Oops, we're not logged in as the admin. Let's log in as the admin. And install the Hiding Admin Bar plugin. Can you just zip that for upload? Because I'd rather zip it than go through the file system right now. And you'll notice Claude can zip plugins. Download. Right, and install. And activate. Okay, so we can see the bar because we're the admin. But let's log in again to the streaming service. Essential, what did we make it? We made it video subscriber 3 at gmail.com. And now you can see it looks more like a streaming service. There's no bar at the top. And they can pay through Stripe and pay $5 a month recurring. But we're not going to do that because for this testing purpose, I'm not going to pay myself $5 a month. We made a skip option just for this, the purposes of this video. So now it says no videos yet. Content is being prepared. Check back soon. Great. So I'll sign out. And it looks like the streaming service. But as we know, wplogin.php is the way to log in to the admin portal. The last step we need to do is to upload videos to the streaming service. So let's see how it's said to do that. How did you say I am to go about uploading videos to the streaming service as an admin? And let's see if it can remember how we do that as an admin. Stream starter upload video. Okay. Okay, so it created the plugin right here for us and upload video. And you can also manage subscribers. Like we can even see the subscribers. And we can see the Stripe customer that never actually paid. And so still free status. But if a Stripe customer were to actually pay, then we'd have a paying subscriber. But I'm going to upload the file right here. I'm going to call it first video. And I'm just going to upload it, make it a featured video, sure. And this is our first video on the streaming service. This will be immediately available to all subscribers. And I didn't create a thumbnail yet for it. But actually, why not create a thumbnail for it? I'm going to simply upload a meme. Moments after convincing myself I'm not too old for something. Sure. let's update that video. So now it has a thumbnail. Perfect. So now if I log in to the streaming service, oh, here we go. Looks like Netflix. It has a video here. If you want to watch it, you have to either create an account or sign in. Thankfully, we have an account, or you could buy an account. We used our free option that we created just for the purposes of this video. But if I were to sign in to video subscriber 3 at Gmail, sign into the streaming service, I can actually play it. And let's see why it isn't working. Could be a number of reasons. But one easy way to try to see why something's not working is to screenshot it, upload it into Claude, and say I am one of my subscribers, which is me, can't see the video. Now let's see what's wrong. All right. I need to make an adjustment as the admin, it looks like. So let me sign out of the subscriber account and sign into the admin account. All right, now let's see what it said to do. Go to Settings, Permalinks, and Save Changes. Settings, Permalinks, and just click Save Changes. Okay, that's all it said to do. And it flushes the rewrite. Okay, so that's something we learned we need to do as an admin. No problem. We can sign in now as video subscriber 3. Now let's see if our video works. Well, we can inspect and see what's wrong. Let's see what's wrong. Failed to load with a status of 404. All right, so it'll use a query parameter and it's going to update the plugin. So when Claude has an update for a plugin, it works just like any WordPress plugin update. You can just literally re-upload the plugin and it'll update. And we can even see our usage, which is 50%. No problem at all. All right, download. All right, the host doesn't support the custom rewrite rule. All right, deactivate and delete, and then upload and activate. Great. So we'll follow the rules, and we will go to log out here and log into the admin of WP. Okay, and now we'll go to plugins and deactivate the streaming service, delete, and we're going to add it again. Upload plugin, upload it right there, and install version 2, and activate. Okay, now let's see if the site still looks good. Yes, it does. And let me see if it plays for the admin. Yes, it does. So now let me log out and see if it plays when we sign in to the streaming service as video subscriber 3. Okay, great. It works. And so this is how we created a video streaming service using only Claude Pro, which is $20 a month, using Stripe API, which is 2.9% plus 30 cents of every transaction, and using, in my case, Ionos, which is $12 for the first year of business account with domain, or you could use Hostinger, which is $9.99 for the first month of hosting, and $22 for the domain for 2 years, or you could do $52 for 1 year of hosting and 2 years of domain. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.